Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for tuning into Niesa's podcast. Today is December 31st, 2022. Today is the last day of the year. Happy New Year's Eve. Today I will be talking about strength in the mind. Okay, so I believe that strength in the mind is severely important. Honestly, yeah. Um, there's a lot that comes with, you know, following your plan and following your dream and going after your goals to achieve them. There's a lot that comes with it that's not just, physically doing it. You have to be mentally prepared for that stuff. Okay. For me, I was not always strong-minded. I was not always mentally strong as far as like certain parts that I'm gonna get into, but I would say that I was strong as far as, being my own person and, doing what I wanted to do and, not letting anybody steer me in the wrong direction type of thing. I feel like I was strong in that field and I still am. Look, I still am. It's just when it came to being consistent, I wasn't strong at all. Like I said in my last podcast, I didn't know what consistency was, you know? It was until this year, honestly, until this year, because I would do, I would make jewelry. I would basically have something else on my mind, and if I got bored with it, I would go find something else. And that's not what I should have been doing. But I learned from it because now I am more consistent than I ever was. And I know and I see why it was so important to be consistent. And it's like, I wish I kind of started, a while ago, but that's another thing. It's okay to start. Okay, it's okay to start now. It's okay to start later. It's okay to start. It's okay. It's like there's no time limit with this. You can start whenever. And no matter the pace that you go, no matter how fast or slow, you can start whenever. Okay? For me, patience, I can say that I had a lot of patience. I still have a lot of patience too, as far as like getting to where I want to be. And, okay, so it's people out there that are working towards their goal and towards their dreams, but they're ready for like it to be like exactly what they want it to be, but they're not patient with it. You have to be patient with yourself, especially. You have to be patient with yourself. And that's what I learned to do. Be patient with myself, because I tend to find me rushing myself. Sometimes, like, I really try, I try not to rush myself, but it just happens. I don't know, because I am the type of person that needs it done a certain way, and I just got to give myself a break. Okay, give yourself a break sometimes. Okay, I'm being serious. Give yourself a break sometimes, because if you don't, that can cause like a lot of anxiety. And I learned that from experience. Give yourself a break. Okay. Oh, man. Now, I was never the type to give up. Okay. I was never the type to give up, and I'm still not the type to give up. So when I was doing music, it was like I was on and off, like not on and off talking about months. I'm on and off talking about years. Like, I'm really just now starting to get back into it. I believe the end of 2021, I started to get back into music because I was performing and stuff, and I just know that I'm never going to give up. It's like, when you give up, what accomplishment is that? That's not an accomplishment. You have to keep going. Keep going. Because I never even thought of giving up. Actually, I lied. Okay, wait. Yes, I have. I thought it. I have. There's been plenty of times where I thought of giving up. Okay. Because, okay, the reason for me to give up, that I was thinking back then, I was like, okay, well, I don't know what I wanted to do with my life. And it's just, it feels like nothing is going anywhere. I feel like I'm just stuck here, like at a job or something. Like, I just felt like giving up, and it was just so like overwhelming because I know that I could do better. Like, and I know that my talent is worth something, you know, and I didn't want to keep hiding my talent. My talent is too precious. It's too beautiful to me. And I didn't want to keep hiding it. And I feel like if I didn't take a step or take, you know, certain, what is that word? I forgot the word. But if I didn't take certain steps, then I wouldn't be where I am today. Your steps and your journey and your decisions that you make in life, they all define who you are. They really do. Because you have a decision, you have a choice to either go this way or go that way. And it's up to you to make that choice for yourself. Okay? It's really up to you. And I find myself loving this process. Even though there are times that it's like, oh my gosh, like, when is this going to stop? When am I going to stop doing this? When am I going to have this? When am I going to have that? But then I just find myself loving the process because it's bettering me. It's bettering my self-esteem. It's bettering my confidence. It's bettering me as a person. It's bettering my personality. Like, it's just bettering me as a person. And sometimes you just have to find that within the environment around you, because it's hard to see it when your environment distracts you, if that makes sense. You know, I feel like strength is powerful, especially in the mind. Especially, you have to keep going. And oh my gosh, especially if somebody says something negative to you, you have to keep going. Okay? You have to. That's honestly a big one, and I feel like that's not the number one reason why people slow down or stop, but I feel like that's one of the reasons why people slow down and stop, is because somebody said something or somebody is being negative. But don't let them tear you down. Don't let them tear you down. Like, that's really serious. Because a lot of people take words to heart, you know? And it's just complicated sometimes, you know? Because it's hard not to take the words to heart. It is. But I was told that if you get all these negative comments and stuff like that, then you're doing something right. You're doing something right. So keep going. Don't stop. Just think. Think right now. If you stopped doing what you're doing today, how would you feel? Where do you think that would get you? Because if I stopped doing what I'm doing today, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna regret it. I'm gonna regret it because I did it already. I was supposed to do all of this, but it's just the way that I had to go through my journey and figure my life out. This is why I'm starting now in the way that I am. But if I stopped now, honestly, I can't even see myself stopping now. Like, no matter what, like, you just have to keep going. And I'm going to continuously say that because it's so important. It really is. I can't give up. I don't want to give up. That's another thing. It's hard to, well, it's easy to think about it. And it's easy to give up. But do you really want to? Do you really want to? Just think, if you stopped now, I can't, and I won't, no matter what. Just telling you right now, I am going to continue to prosper, continue my consistency, continue to be patient with myself and the process. That's another thing. It's always another thing to another thing. But be patient in the process. The process is building itself up for your journey. That makes sense. You have to go through these obstacles. You have to go through this. Okay? Everyone goes through different things. So there are different reasons why people have to go through it. It may be something that they didn't learn yet, or it may be something that they still have to learn, or something that they keep repeating over and over again that they just don't get. There's a reason for everything. Excuse me. There's a reason for everything. And don't take this for granted. I know you want to be where you are, and you want to be even more. You want to be in that, I don't know, in that big house that you see your influencers in, and you want to have their cars, and I don't know. But guess what? You can have it. You just gotta stay true to yourself, stay consistent, and keep going. You can't have it. I'm sorry, I'm clapping for myself. Because I am so serious. You can have it. Why can't you? Now, let me ask this question. What is stopping you? What is stopping you? Now, I'm going to tell you what was stopping me. That was my low self-esteem, fear, confidence, and I was just really shy. Like, I feel like all of those were stopping me, and I wasn't as strong-minded as I am now. And I didn't have a mind of my own like I do now. And I feel like that is what was stopping me. And there's a lot of other reasons for, there's a lot of other reasons, and but I'm just going to continue to grow. And also, you don't have to start when you have everything. That's what I had to learn too. You don't have to start when you have everything. When I lived by that, because I was like, I'm gonna wait till I get this, I'm gonna wait till I get that, and then I'm gonna start. But once you start, once I was living by that, I found myself just sitting there not doing anything, because I'm waiting until I get money for this, I'm waiting until I get money for that, and it was just so, I'm not gonna say it was pointless, but it wasted a lot of my time when I already could have been started something, So you don't have to wait until you have everything to start. Start now. Come on, just start now. What you waiting for? You can start now, literally. And there's a lot of things that hold people back from them stopping, I feel like I held myself back a little bit, but I feel like I needed to hold myself back just because I felt like I wasn't ready. There's this one time I did perform. It was in front of people, but I was shaking so bad. I was really nervous then. And then after that, I think I just stopped making music, because I haven't been making it in years after that. And I feel like that stopped me. My fear of performing, it stopped me. And I shouldn't have let it stop me, because if this is what I want to do, that's what I'm going to have to do. If I want to be a singer, I'm going to have to get on stage and perform. I'm going to have to perform in somebody's face. And I can't let that fear stop me. I just can't. And then it was this one time, I think I was supposed to perform, I can't remember, but I remember that I didn't do it because I was just so scared. And then one day I was like, you know what? I am going to face my fear. I'm gonna get up on that stage. Look, this is when I went to a place that I didn't know. I didn't know the people in there at all. I just looked it up online. This is exactly how it went. I looked it up online, and I was like, I was thinking to myself, like, because they have open mics and stuff. So I'm like, okay, since they have open mics, I wonder when the next day they'll have, the open mics. And it was the same day that I looked it up. and I think it was on a Wednesday. So I had to be strong. I had to be really strong and face my fear if I want to sing. And I did that same day. I went up there and did the best I could. Whether they liked my song or my music or how I sung it or not, I didn't care. I got on that stage and did what I could. And from then, I haven't stopped since. Nope. And that was like the end of 2021. That was the end of 2021. That was the first time I actually faced my fear of my dream. And I was so proud of myself. Because at that time, I wasn't super strong. But when I look back now, I was strong. I am so glad. I believed in myself. And I think my biggest fear was wondering what people thought about my voice. But now I think about it and I'm like, I don't care what people think about my voice. There are people who will like it, and there are people who won't like it. Just like anything else. Just like anything else. There are people who will like the new car coming out, and there are people who won't like the new car coming out. There are people who got different taste buds. People got different likes of everything. People got different opinions of everything. They really do. There's going to be people that like it or they don't. Just like I like stuff. I like this or I don't like it. And I also had to accept the fact that people won't like my voice or my music or my songs that I create. There are people who won't like it. And so, because if I sat here and dwelled on why this one person doesn't like my voice, doesn't like the way that I said it, or doesn't like the way that I'm singing, if I sat here and dwelled on that, that will tear my mind up. If you sat there and dwelled on why somebody doesn't like you or doesn't like what you're doing or doesn't, it will tear your mind up. And don't let it tear your mind up. That's because, look, I'm not letting it tear my mind up. I'm not. So, strength in the mind is powerful. It's very, very powerful. And you have to have it. You have to have it in order to continue to move forward. So I hope everyone find the strength. Find your strength. Continue to move forward. Continue to prosper. Keep going because you got this. Thank you so much for watching Niesa's podcast. Have a great day.